Really quick, UnCloned Insiders, it's time to go from unknown to uncloned. You got to have the UnCloned book bundle, the #1 book bundle in the marketplace to help you live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. All you have to do is head over to unclonedbb.com. That is unclonedbb.com. Until next time, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Hello, everybody. What's going on? If you can hear me, just put a "oh yeah" in the comments, please. Can you hear me? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me know if you all can hear me. All right. So I wanted to do this particular YouTube video because we're getting a lot of new people to join the community, and I want to make sure everybody knows how to use Skool, because obviously how Facebook works, Skool works, how it works. So I want to make sure that everybody here knows how to navigate Skool. They know how to get started with Skool. And hopefully by the end of this video, you know exactly how to get the most out of it. Okay. And so I will be navigating today on the desktop version, and we have a lot to cover. All right. And so this is going to be like the video tutorial and walkthrough. And maybe you already know some of these things and maybe you don't know some of these things. But I just want to say thank you for showing up for yourself today, for showing up for today's YouTube video. And so if you all are ready, just put ready in the chat. I'm actually very excited about today's live stream because we're going to be showing you how to get the most out of the community. So let's see who we have here. We have Joyfully Chosen. Hey, hey, hey. We have the Design Pharmacy. What's up, Cynthia? We have Angel C. What's up, what's up? We have Coco Love in the building. What's up, what's up? We got Eat Cleanish here. What's up, what's up? We got Dana Austin Speaks. What up, what up, what up? And we got my husband in the building, which is Calvin Richmond. He's here today. All right. And so, anywho, thank you all so much for joining us today. Yeah, so let's go. This is what I will also say. If you, hey Renee, happy to see you here. What I will say is, if you all are watching this on YouTube, that's how I'm able to put your comments on screen. If you're watching it in Skool, then you can comment on that thread either while you're here live or afterwards. Totally up to you. Okay. All right, so we're going to get right into it, okay? We're going to get right into it. And so let me zoom in a little bit. All right, so I am on the desktop version of Skool, okay? So just keep that in mind as we navigate this together. Okay. Now, before we get started with this, I do want to share with you. Let me close out some windows real quick. So let me log out of this account and show you all how to use it and go from there. Okay. So let's pretend like you don't have an account. All right. So let's go to what ours look like when you don't have an account. So if you have never set up your Skool account with us, you first have to go to skool.com/uncloned, or you can head over to uncloned.group, which is uncloned.group, and that will redirect you to this page. So whatever makes sense for you, right? Now, once you get over here and you get everything set up and you're like, yeah, this is where I want to be at, so on and so forth, the next thing you're going to do is actually create an account if you don't already have one. So you'll click on join group, and this is where you will create like your first name, your last name, your email, and your password. All right. And so because I already have an account, I'm just going to log in. And so my dashboard may look slightly different because I am the admin of my Skool community. So some of these things you're just not going to see at all. Okay. All right. So let me log in. And I got two different accounts. I'm going to log in with my account first just to kind of show you all how this is working and then go from there. All right. So as soon as you log in, whether you're on the desktop version or whether or not you are on the mobile version, you're going to have like this area right here where it's like write something, right? But don't write something if you're just getting started in the community because you don't know the lay of the land, right? I can tell when somebody has joined the community and have not read those initial posts. So right here at the top of the page, whether you're on the desktop or the mobile, you will have 3 pinned posts that gives you assignments, all right? And so let me log out of my account and log in from your perspective, depending on how much, like how many points you have and where you may be in the process. Okay. Okay. So I am logged into a test account just so you all can kind of see, what it looks like when you're not admin. So when you're in here, just a quick little hack. You see this blue little dot right here? That means you have not read the post yet. Okay. That kind of serves as your unread kind of content, if that makes sense. So you will see here where it's like, blue dot, blue dot, blue dot, or this say complete action. So you have to actually come in on this post in order to complete the task. So if this is still showing red for you, that means that you have not completed the task. All right. So the first thing you're going to do when you get inside the community, you're going to read this entire post. Okay. You're going to read the entire post. All right. And then once you read the entire post, we give you a call to action. I'm not going to tell you what that call to action is because the whole point of reading it to the end is so you can, one, become familiar with the community. You can become familiar with what the process is, and you actually know the lay of the land. So if you're in the UnCloned Skool community and you have not watched, not watched, but if you have not read this very first post, you're out of alignment because if you don't level up to level 2 in 14 days, you get removed, period. Okay. So we're taking a different approach with this Skool community than we have with any other community we've ever had. We want to keep the community engaged, insightful, fun, positive, and peaceful. And so the best way for that to happen is that you all have to make sure you're doing everything we're asking you to do. It is not hard to get started in the community. So you read this first post. Then you're going to look at the second post. The second post say, hey, introduce yourself plus your marketing message. So here we tell you before you even introduce yourself, we welcome you to the community. We actually give you a resource on how you can update your marketing message. And then you will complete the task on this post. So that's your step 1. So you got your step 1, which is start here, don't skip, read to the end. Then you got your official step 1, which is introduce yourself plus marketing message. Then you have this. Now, this is important because this is the foundation of everything we do here at UnCloned. You got to know your UnCloned brand score. The assessment is free. And so if you have not went to the assessment to complete it, go to unclonedbrandscore.com, complete your assessment, and then everybody is required to put their UnCloned brand score on the thread. Okay? I'm going to put mine on. I'm just going to copy and paste this and put it down here just so you all can see it, but I'm going to put that here, and then I'm going to hit comment. Now, when I hit when I comment on that and I hit refresh, that essentially means that I completed the task. So you see how that turned red to how it turned red to green. So that means that I completed that task. So if you ever see that in, complete action, that means you need to comment on that post. Okay. All right. So let me make a note here, because there's two other things I want to there's two other things I want to share with you all. So let me write that down. Okay, and then posting. Okay. I had to write down some other things I wanted to share with you all. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Are you all seeing this? You all can see my screen, right? Just put yes or no in the chat. I believe so. It's up. Makes sense given a tour school, everyone better understand it. Yes. Okay, cool. So you got your first 3 steps, right? So you're like, okay, I did my first 3 steps. Now what? Before you post, you need to go to the classroom and complete the Start Here module. Okay? You're going to go into the classroom and complete the Start Here module. So when you go to the Start Here module, there's a please read first. We want you to read every single page in this entire Start Here module. Okay? So when you complete reading everything in this module, you're going to hit this green check mark. This check mark right here to the right, which means marked as done. Okay? And then you're going to move to the next one. And then you're going to read everything this says. And then you're going to do what? Mark it as done. Then you're going to go to the next thing. You see how the first 3 steps are essentially what we already asked you to do if you read the 3-pin post. So if you read the 3-pin post, then you already know what this is, right? And so if I come over here and I'm like, okay, cool, let me introduce myself. I got myself in there. I'm introducing myself. I'm good to go. Marked as done. Okay. Now, the next thing you will notice, hey, complete your UnCloned brand assessment. You read this information, you click here, and then boom, you complete your action. When you're done, you're done. Then you move on to updating your bio, right? So let's talk about your bio for a second. I need you all to know that when you are a part of a community, your bio is your business card. Let me say that again. When you are a part of communities, especially online communities, your bio is your business card. So think of it like this. If we were networking in person and I came across and I was interacting with you, what would you be wearing? How would you carry yourself? How would you introduce yourself to me? Right? And so one of the things you want to be asking yourself is, how do I want to be represented online? Let me give you some pointers. Are you using your first and last name instead of some abbreviated version? Are you being yourself online? That's the first thing, right? The second thing, what's your bio? Have you completed the bio section, or you put something random like update my bio soon? I've seen some of y'all bios and it's giving goofy. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Like if you're gonna be online and want to be treated like a professional, you need to operate and be a professional. Okay? So don't be online hiding, but you want to get business. That don't go together. Okay? The next thing you will notice is how many followers you have, and then you will have an opportunity to add your social media link. So make sure you update your bio. We tell you exactly what to do. Also, thank you for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. Okay? I so appreciate it. Okay? I appreciate it. Big time. All right. So update those bios, and we're not doing that. Okay? All right. The next thing. So once you update your bio, you're going to hit mark is done. Then you're going to add yourself to the map. There's an entire video on how to do that. There's some instructions on how to do that. I actually need to update this photo because the map is lit right now. Let me show y'all the map. This is the UnCloned community, y'all. It's crazy. We got people in the United States. We have people in Cuba. We have people in Africa. And we got people in Korea. I think that's Korea or Japan or somewhere over here in China area. Okay. But nevertheless, when you come on here to add yourself, you'll be able to network locally depending on who's near you, right? So if I was, for instance, let's say that we're going to do a meetup. Let me move my hand from this. Okay, so let's say I want to do a meetup in Florida, for an example. I could come down here and say, okay, I could possibly link up with Amanda. Okay, who else is in Florida? Okay, I could possibly meet up with Jay Nicole. Okay, cool. Who else can I got Kiara Alexander, right? I can link up with her. I can say, who else is in Florida? Okay, Miss Bridges, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. We got a couple people. Who else? Who in Orlando? That's one of my favorite spots or near here, right? We got Ramsey. Okay, we got Miss Caesar. So as you notice, as you put yourself on the map, you're able to find local uncloned insiders that are near you. And so again, don't nobody want to link up with you if your bio trash. Okay? And I'm actually going to tell you all, if you're watching this video, whether you're watching it live or on replay, do not link up with somebody who do not take their business seriously. Period. So if you can't do something as simple as updating your bio, but you're on the map and it's giving spooky, do not link up with them. Right? We're online, y'all. We don't know each other. We have to build trust. We have to get to know each other. And so it's important that you update your bio and you operate like a professional. Okay? All right. So once you add yourself to the map, boom, done. Right? Then after you add yourself to the map, you need to know who I am. Some of you all just found me through a Facebook ad. Maybe you were referred here from a friend. I don't know how you found out about this community, but nevertheless, the marketing is marketing. Okay. So watch this 4-minute video so you can get to know who I am. It's basically me taking 16 years and collapsing it in time. Okay. And so we'll mark that as done. All right. The next thing, meet the UnCloned team. Right. And so here you see Audria Richmond, you see Coach Dio, and then you see my husband, Calvin Richmond. So do you know who the team is and who's here to network with you, so on and so forth, right? You're going to mark that as complete. Then you're going to manage your notifications so you can decide which notifications you want to receive and which notifications you don't want, okay? All right, now we're going to hit mark this done. And then here, we're going to add our social media profiles on these respective threads, right? So if you have Instagram, you're going to put your Instagram handle there. If you have YouTube, you're going to put your YouTube handle there. If you're on TikTok, you're going to put your TikTok handle there. And if you're on LinkedIn, you're going to put your LinkedIn handle there, okay? You're going to mark that as complete when you're done. And then you're going to come over here and share your website. Whether you have a service-based website, online shop, or whatever you have going on the event website, whatever you have, you want to be able to come here and add your event website. Or not your event website, your website, whatever type of website it is. And then you're going to hit mark done, and then boom, you're done. You're done. Now you're like, okay, I didn't came into the classroom. I didn't completed the first module. When you go back to the classroom, you're going to see some other things that's happening. Now, you may be thinking like, okay, how do I level up? This is telling me that I need to level up, right? How do I level up? So right now we only have something at level 2, and we having everyone in the community vote on what they want to unlock. That way we can add different bonuses based on which level you're on. And so you may be thinking to yourself, well, how do I level up? Well, if you go to the leaderboard, okay? If you go to the leaderboard, you're going to see your profile picture, your name, what level you're on, and how many points you need to level up, okay? And then you will see the 9 levels that you can level up to. So you have clone, uncloned insider, uncloned creator, uncloned boss, uncloned innovator, uncloned leader, uncloned visionary, superstar, and unicorn, okay? Now, the way you accumulate points is by engaging. So do everybody now understand why it's important that you get engaged and you get engaged quickly? So when you come here and you start leaving a comment, so let's pretend like I'm coming here. I didn't read the post. I came down here and I'm like, hey, I am excited to be here, right? I'm doing what the tags say. And then I hit comment. When somebody comes and like my post, which the admin team will, the admin team will come and like your post. So when you come down here and you leave a comment, all you need is somebody to like your comment. That's it. That's how you get a point. Okay? Every time you leave a comment, you get a point. So if you're thinking to yourself, man, how in the hell are people getting so many points so fast? They're being engaging. They're engaging with each other. This group is going to be fostered on engagement. This is not a lurk and look and chill group. This is not a take group. This is a give and give and we give and you give and we give. And ultimately, as we give, we are, helping each other level up in the community. And this is the thing. If you can't do something as simple as come back and like somebody's post, for an example, if you can't come and like people's post, you too busy for that, then I'm curious to know, you might be wondering why people don't support you then. I know you're thinking like, okay, Audrey, is it really that simple? Like we're just in this Skool community. It shouldn't be that simple. It shouldn't be that, it ain't that deep. It is that deep. Because if you can't do something that's as simple as show up in this community, I'm curious to know how you show up in your life. I'm curious to know how you show up in your marketing. I'm curious to know how you show up, period. So if you can't do something as simple as leave a comment, like other people's comments, that's how everybody levels up. Everybody has equal opportunity to level up. Even if you're not trying to get on the leaderboard, you still want to be accumulating points because we're going to be incentivizing people at various levels. Okay? So make sure that when you leave a comment on an ongoing continuous basis, make sure you go back and at least like the last 3 to 4 people that's on that same thread with you. Okay? All right, so once you leave a comment and somebody come and like your post, boom, you're going to accumulate points. Okay? Now that you have that under the wraps, the other thing that's most important is these categories. So the way the group is set up is in categories. So as you're continuing to add content to the community, you're going to want to pick one of these different options. We don't want to see the feed with a bunch of introductions. Every now and then, that's fine. But for the most part, we actually have a dedicated thread for introducing yourself, which is the introduce yourself plus marketing message. So I may end up getting rid of introductions, to be honest, because it's kind of like I can tell when somebody just joined a group and just type in who they are and then type introduction without even reading the post. So I think I'm just going to get rid of introductions altogether. But nevertheless, you have uncloned discussions, question, uncloned brand score, share your wins, announcements, audio newsletter, and then we have some that's just strictly for the admin. When you click on any of these different discussions or any of these different categories, you will see all the conversations that's happening in that particular category. If you like, okay, what are all the questions that were asked? If you click on question, you will find all the questions that was asked in that category. If you're like, hey, who's been sharing their wins? If you click on share your wins, you will see all the people who have shared a win. Okay. So if you're creating content based on these categories, you should be good to go. So how do you actually make a post? Well, at the top here, you have this little box here that say write something. Okay. Now, one of the things that we allow you to do inside of our community is to provide valuable content. But here's a caveat. Okay. I think I'm saying it right here. Anyway, here's the point. This is what I'm saying. Okay. Here's the point. I want you to create content based on what you want to be known for. Okay. I want you to create content based on what you want to be known for. However, it has to have a business twist. Okay. It has to have a business twist. So for instance, I just saw Renee on here. Let me type in Renee real quick. And I want to show you an example. I'm gonna throw Renee up here for an example, because I feel like she is a person who is doing a good job of this, considering that she's not in a business field, if that makes sense. Renee. Okay, so we're gonna find Renee real quick, and we're gonna look at Renee's profile. And we're going to click on Renee's contributions. We're going to come down here and see her contributions. This is another little hack. If you like someone in a group and you like something that they're saying, this is a quick, easy way to kind of find out what they're posting, so on and so forth. So if you click on this thing, you will see contributions, and you will see right here, if you click on this little gear here, you will see post and comments or just post. Okay. So you will see all the dedicated posts that she has made in the community. So let me use this post as an example, right? No, let me go back. Okay, right here. So Renee is a sex expert, okay? She's an intimacy and sex expert. And so she found a way to take something as intimate as sex and tie it into a business message, okay? So one of the things you will notice here is that the title of her post says sex myths to spill over into life. And then she has, there are so many myths about sex and intimacy that can affect how we approach other aspects of life, like communication, vulnerability, and confidence. One myth I love debunking is sex isn't as good as you get older. Spoiler, it's better. What's a common myth in your industry that you would like to bust? And you see how she said bust? I don't know if she did that intentionally, but that still had like a sex spin on it. But nevertheless, she was able to take something that she's known for and add a business twist to it. So there's an art and science to it. But if you are going to be contributing to the community, it do have to be related to the community. I do want to say that. We do not want you in here posting random stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the ethos and what this community is about. Because this is not like where you can come and just dump random content. Whatever you post, especially expertise type content, it needs to tie into the theme of the group. Okay? So I'm just going to put right here what my title is. So you will come up with a really cool headline. When you're putting your headline in here, you want to be thinking about a headline that's going to stop the scroll, because it's still a feed inside of this community. Even though everything in this community is for UnCloned, you still are not fighting, but you're still in the feed with other people. So let me take this out of here for a second, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Okay? So let's say I'm inside this community, right? And I'm scrolling. As I'm seeing different posts and different comments, just at a glance, I can see like, oh, okay. So we have the thumbs up and comments. Okay, how many people like this post and how many people commented on this post? How many people like this post? How many people comment on this post? Your headline is going to determine if people stop the scroll and participate in your content. It works the exact same way as it works the exact same way if you were on social media on your own profile, right? If you were on Facebook and you were making a post, you will need people to stop the scroll. Okay. Another thing too, don't be copying and pasting stuff from other social media places to our community. Because it's meant, if you're going to be an active participant in the community, you need to post original content for this community. We are okay with you doing it maybe 20% of the time, but you should not be doing 80% of the time. This is not copy and paste. I'm in Audria's group. Copy and paste. I'm in another school group. Copy and paste. I'm in another school group. Copy and paste from my personal Facebook page. Copy and paste from Instagram. Copy and paste from YouTube. You get the point. You should be creating original content for the UnCloned community. Okay? All right. So you're going to put a headline. And then you're going to put whatever you're going to write. So your copy or whatever. And then the cool thing about Skool, you can add video. So you can link to like a YouTube video, Vimeo video, Loom video, or a Wistia. You can also add a gift. So you might say, hey, I want this to be, what I want to attach to this. We speak in gifts inside the UnCloned community. And so if you got some really fun gifts that you like, you will notice as you navigate through the community that we use gifts a lot. So if I click on GIF, if you actually type in UnCloned, you can find some of the gifts that we have created. We're actually in the process of still creating additional gifts. So just keep that in mind. All right. So right here, you will see that we have this gift that we customize, right? Thank you, Angel C, for your super sticker. I truly appreciate it. So one of the things you will notice here is that we have "it takes what it takes," which is one of our most common phrases that we use. And so you have your headline, you have your copy, and then you want to pick a category. And so you want to pick a category that makes sense for what you have. And so here you can say, okay, uncloned discussions. Is it a question? Am I sharing a win? Do I want to talk about tech tools and resources? Like, what are we sharing? What are we talking about, right? I'm actually going to get rid of two of these, but nevertheless, you get the point, right? And then once you have what you're going to be putting in here, then you click post, right? I'm going to delete this. Let me select the category. So I'm just going to call this uncloned discussions and then hit post. Now that the post is in a group, other people can come and like this post. And remember earlier when I said you get points? So somebody that's in Skool, can you come and like my comment? My post. And I'm going to show you how fast you can level up to level 2. Because I'm sick of people are like, oh, I don't got the time. Sis, you didn't even try. Right? So people were leaving and was like, I just ain't got the time. Okay, sis. You can't make one post. One, you can't introduce yourself. You can't read the rules. You can't take your uncloned brand score and tell us what you scored. And you can't make a post and get 5 points. Like, come on, girl. Like, it ain't that serious. So, nevertheless, can someone like my post? Because I want to show you how easy it is to get 5 points. Okay. So we have quite a few people here. So go to the uncloned community and like this post. Okay. So let me hit refresh. And let me see where I'm at. We got 1 like so far. So let's see what we have. Let me see. I only need 2 more points. What else? I need 2 more points. Boom. 2 people liked it. 3 people liked it. I need 2 more points. That's it. I need 2 more people to like my post. Right? And this is another reason why you want to post valuable content and not junk. Not filler content. Okay, so boom. You see 2 things just happened. 1, I leveled up, right? Let me hit refresh. I leveled up to level 2. Remember in the classroom, let me go back here. Remember in the classroom where this was locked that I needed to be on level 2? Well, boom, you just saw it live. Me unlock. You saw me 1 level up to level 2. And 2, you saw me unlock this welcome bundle. So now I'm in the classroom and I'm about to cook. I'm like, whoa, like I get the marketing message worksheet. Damn, that's cool. I get the uncloned IG Reels template. Amazing, right? I get 12-month launches at a glance. I get 31-day sales tracker. I get a Canva media kit. I get a Ask for the Sale challenge tracker. And then I got a Canva speaker media kit. Y'all, you get all of this when you level up to level 2. How many of you all would agree? Let me know in the comments. How many of you all would agree that it is super easy to get to level 2? Just put yes or no in the chat. How many of you all agree with the fact that it doesn't take that long to get to level 2, right? Okay, cool. So we just did those initial posts. We commented, we left a post. I level up to level 2. And then let's see what happens if I delete this post from all of the engagement from leveling up. I'm gonna see what happens. So let me delete this and see if my points go away. Now that I don't know. Let's see. Do my points go away if my post is deleted? Oh no. Okay, cool. So I'm Gucci. I'm still at level 2, even though my post is gone. Okay. All right. So we already talked about the welcome bundle. You're in the community, so on and so forth, right? So you now know how to make a post. You know how to engage in the community. You know how to navigate the different categories. Another little hack that I want to show you real quick is this gear right here. You can look at this gear. It's on the desktop and cell phone version. If you click on this little gear right here, you will notice that I can say, let me research all the best content ever. So let me look at all the posts of best ever. So obviously the pinned post is going to follow up to there. But you might say, damn, this is a good question. I want to participate in this. Because like when you click on best of all, you're looking at all the top rated posts in the community. So you could easily come over here and say, oh, this one I'm leaving in 2024. I like that. Okay, cool. Ooh, let me see who won the prize. Okay, cool. Um, dang, let me talk about who shouted me out. Oh, I do want to let people know what I want to be known for. So as you continue to navigate in the community, you can always use this gear to sort the feed. So you can say, what's the best content from today? What's the best content from this week? What's the best content from this month, right? And then you can say, what's the best content for all year? So as you notice here, you can begin to sort your feed according to what's going on. Another thing that you can do is that if you come down here, you can see all the pin posts, which is just those 3 pin posts, right? Nothing else. And then if you want to see a post that you're watching, I'm not watching any post. But let's say that I'm in the feed and I'm like, ooh, Cynthia, she's so funny. Like, this post is funny. I want to follow this post. And so I'll click on this little gear here, and then it's a little bell. And so now I can follow this post, right? And so now when I go back up here to click on this little gear, I can see all the posts that I'm watching. So I'm watching this post, and I can continue to follow up on this post because this is Skool's version of saving the post. Okay, this is Skool's version of saving the post. So just kind of keep that in mind. So by now you should know how to use the feed, how to make a post, how to sort through categories, how to find out the top post, so on and so forth, right? The next thing that I want to share with you is your profile, right? So when you click on this little your icon of your face, where your face is, and you click on profile, you're able to look at your profile, click on edit, and you're able to put like your first and last name. You can't use your URL. You can't create a custom name for your URL until you get engaged. And that's another reason you want to get engaged. So you can own your name on Skool, right? You want to add your location. So I can put in here Atlanta, Georgia. And then I can put my social media links here if I want to. And then I can put it whether or not I want to display the memberships that I'm a part of. So that is how you update your profile and all of the things, right? So now I'm in here. I just showed you all that. The next thing I want to show you is the calendar in the classroom, and then how to search. All right. So let's start with the calendar. When you're inside of here, there is a anytime you're in here, you want to be keeping your eye on the calendar. So right now we're live on YouTube. This is happening in real time as we're recording this video. So if you were in here and you was like, hey, what's going on in the community? How do I get tapped in? Like, how do I watch this or participate? When you click on an event on the calendar, you will always see a picture. You will always see the time for it, a link, and then you will always see like a description, and then you can add it to your calendar. One thing I want to show you is sometimes you may not have access to a particular event if you haven't unlocked a certain level, or if you're not in a part of a certain segment of the Skool community. So again, this is why you want to level up. All right. So for an example, if you go to the classroom, you will notice that we have some courses that you can unlock for different rates. And then we have a private course. Now this private course, if you click on it, it say, hey, you want to learn how to launch your Skool community? If so, send me a DM so you can get my affiliate link, right? And so you like, oh, that's how I'll get access. And then you would come over and find me or the admins. Let me come down here. You would find the admins. So you have the 3 admins here. And then you could come over here and leave a message to the admin, and then just type your message and send us a message. So you can also send DMs as well on Skool. Okay. So let me show you an example of when you may be navigating the calendar and you don't have access to a particular event. So if I go back to the classroom, if I go back to the calendar, and let's say the event that we just did this past Sunday was amazing. And so if you click on that event, though, you don't have access because you don't have access to that particular course. So sometimes you're going to look at the calendar and some events are going to be locked. That just means that one, you haven't paid for it, or two, you just don't have access. And if you don't have access, there will always be a description that shows you how to get access. Okay. Okay. So once you see that and everything is going how it's going, you then can look at, okay, what else is happening today? Like, oh, okay, this is happening. Audrey is talking about how to use Skool for UnCloned. And then we have the shop Black Friday sale that's happening from 5:30 to 11:30. Okay. So just know that you can navigate the community. You can look at the events, so on and so forth. Okay. What else do I want to show you all? Oh, let me go back to the leaderboard and show you how you can see who's on the leaderboard. So you can see who's on the 7-day leaderboard, the 30-day leaderboard, and the all-time leaderboard. And so if you're wondering, like, how are they getting on the leaderboard, is because they are actively contributing to the community. Let me say that again. They are actively contributing to the community. Okay? So let me give you an example. I'm going to pull up Cynthia. And Cynthia she just won the #1 grand prize on the leaderboard for not just ranking, just period, but just like she been at #1 in everybody, even me. This is my community. I'm still trying to catch up with Cynthia. Cynthia been killing it. Okay. If you look at her profile, okay, just look at her profile. She is dark green from the day she joined. Okay. Dark green, dark green, dark green. That means she's contributing like clockwork, right? She's contributing like clockwork. And so if you come down here, you can see Cynthia contributed 523 contributions. What does that mean? That means when somebody leave a post in a group, she's commenting, she's liking, she's going back and forth with them, she's engaging with them. That's why she's winning these prizes. She's almost at level 8. Do y'all understand that? Like, that means she's in the community just as much as me. That means she's contributing just as much as me. And I want you all to understand that Cynthia is making a name for herself in the UnCloned community. And peep this, I'm running ads. So that means that this group is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And guess what? When you're on the leaderboard, that's essentially like branding yourself. It's free marketing, y'all. It's literally free marketing. When you show up in the community and you contribute, you add value, you build your name, you build a name for yourself, guess what happens? When you make your post in a group, guess what? People are going to engage with your group. If you look at all her contributions, they always get engagement. Why? Because she's always contributing to other people first. Do y'all hear me? Do not let this be a community where you just take, and you don't add. It's a two-way street because we're going to show up and we're going to serve you. Period. Okay? All right. Okay, let's talk about how to search. So let's say you like, hey, I want to search something. I've been looking for something. I want to see if there's a topic on tools, for an example. You could type in tools and you will see all the posts related to tools. Anybody who said tools, tools in any comment, tools as if it was a part of a post, so on and so forth. You will see any keyword related to that. You will also see any classrooms that have tool in it and any members with tool in their profile. Okay. So if I'm typing in Black Friday, for an example, okay, you will notice that all the posts related to Black Friday, you will find all the posts related to Black Friday. So that's pretty much how you use the UnCloned Skool community. I think I showed you all everything else. I do want to show you one more thing. Let me show you how you can. Calvin is funny. Calvin said he thinks Cynthia is I can't even give you a second. Yeah, I had to take a sip of water. I was about to choke out. But Calvin said he thinks that Cynthia is AI. That's funny. That would be funny. if Cynthia wasn't a real person, it'd be like, dang, I've been competing with a bot all this time. No, but Cynthia's real as they come, and she hella funny. Okay, all right. So, that's how you use the UnCloned Skool community. If you're interested in joining us, all you have to do is visit uncloned.com. Uncloned.group. Go to uncloned.group to join us inside the UnCloned Skool community. Do you all have any questions? If so, put them in the comments below and I will answer any questions that you all have. So I'm going to give you all a moment to go ahead and ask your questions. And then I'm going to play this video commercial and then I'll be right back to answer any questions that you all may have. Really quick, UnCloned Insiders, it's time to go from unknown to uncloned. You got to have the UnCloned book bundle, the #1 book bundle in the marketplace to help you live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. All you have to do is head over to unclonedbb.com. That is unclonedbb.com. Until next time, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Alrighty. So do we have any questions? I pray that you all got everything you needed to know about how to get the most out of your experience here inside the UnCloned community. Also, don't be afraid to invite a friend. We would greatly appreciate it if you don't mind inviting a friend. And so if you know someone who could benefit from the community, who would also be a good contributor to the community, don't be afraid to invite them to the community. All right? So thank you all so much for tuning in to this live stream. I don't see any questions. If you have any questions post live stream, come inside the Skool group and post your questions on that thread, and I'll answer any questions that you have. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you ask any questions on YouTube, you can ask your questions in the comment section. So thank you all so much for tuning in to this live stream. And until next time, y'all, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Bye, y'all.